Hey, Preservation Pals. Well, I'm just down here off of 7th Street, near Whitmer, near the Mayfair Hotel, looking at some of the most beautiful old Victorian and Queen Anne houses in the city. Of course, many of them have been converted to multifamily over the years. And just up the street is the notorious New Holland or St. Francis, which some people believe is implicated in the Black Dahlia murder. And it's been empty for decades. And as we're walking down the street, you're starting to see a mixture of newer and remodeled buildings, but still old trees and beautiful apartment houses, and some of them are Victorian homes turned into boarding houses or multifamily. It's very walkable, it's lovely, and we're going to Linwood. Now, Linwood's been on our radar for a while. Is Linwood on your radar? It should be. Here's another pretty one coming up, and some really lovely gardens, and would you check that out? It's still got sort of a carriage house in the back that matches the house. Wait till you see the front of this blue one, because it is on Linwood, and I think it might actually have the most beautiful door in Los Angeles, or at least one of them. We're just behind the Letter Carriers Union Hall. I always think about Bukowski when we're over here, and of course you get the view of all the great stuff that's been going on downtown. Like, there are the corruption towers covered in graffiti. Hey, Jose Wizare Chan, other good stuff. And here we go. Check this out. Isn't this pretty? As pretty as a picture. And look at this doorway. Yeah. So anyway, here we are on Linwood, and here's the trouble. We've been keeping an eye on 3 large multifamily houses here on the corner because these properties, 1316 to 1328, you can see there's already a vacant lot here where there was probably something nice at one point, but these 3 properties are, woo! Hello, fence. That was fun. They're slated for demolition as part of replacement units for Relevant Group's boutique hotel conversion of the Morrison Hotel and the Barclay Hotel. And if you've been following for a while, you know that ain't happening because Relevant Group has lost all their buildings. And somewhere along the way, they also lost a partner, pretty much their founder, Richard Heyman. So 2021, Heyman suddenly leaves. I don't know why. And then the whole Relevant Group house of cards comes down, the EB-5 visa allegations that they were obtaining lots and lots of money from Chinese investors who were not actually, I mean, they were getting their green cards, but in return, Angelenos were not getting the jobs that were promised, that were supposed to be the trade-off. And there was supposed to be a congressional investigation. That didn't happen, but then Relevant Group started losing their buildings. Richard Heyman had nothing to do with this because he was no longer a partner in his building enterprise that he founded. All of the Hollywood hotels continued to terrorize the neighbors with their completely inappropriate party pad behavior and illegal billboards. And these buildings continued to serve as multifamily housing with really pretty pussycats hanging out around them. Oh, what a beauty. So here's the thing. We watch all the permits. We want to know what's going on in the city, and a permit just hit for this entire block. Richard Heyman, not Relevant Group, seems to have control of them. He's got an LLC listed as being the developer. As far as I can tell, they're not an LLC that is actually formed in the state of California. Maybe they haven't updated the website. It's kind of weird, though. We'll continue to look into that. And here's the plan. Huge, dense box to take out all of these multifamily historic buildings, and about 4 or so units in each one. Now, if you keep walking, so we're at 1322. This one's a beauty. They're all different. Each one has its own little quirks and charms. And then you get to a building that Relevant Group and Richard Heyman did not and do not own, and it's got a garden like you wouldn't believe. This is separate owners, and clearly I don't think they're planning on going anywhere. It's just super special, and there's a little bird in a cage singing up there. This is heaven on earth. This is Southern California as we like it. So, should be a National Register district. Isn't. Permits being pulled to tear all these houses down. Except they're not houses, they're multifamily housing, RSO, At least the one at the end, the only one I've checked today, is not Ellis Act, which means the tenants have a right to stay, including the tenant with the Amoeba Records sticker in their window. Only here's the thing. 1316 vacant. 1316 and a half. Somebody might live here. 1318 and a half vacant. 1318. Someone might live here. Okay, that's perhaps 2 people. This is 1322 to 24. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, well, that doesn't look so promising, does it? 1322. 1322 and a half vacant. 1324. 1324 and a half vacant. You know, attrition, it's an amazing thing. Your tenants want to leave. Maybe you give them a few bucks, or you just don't fix the toilet. I don't know what it is. These buildings have emptied out. It wasn't like this when we first came down here to check on it. 1328 vacant, vacant, vacant. Maybe there's one person living here? I don't know. It's beautiful. It's painfully beautiful. It seems to be potentially doomed. Richard Heyman seems to be out on his own, separate from relevant group. These properties are no longer attached to replacing housing that would be lost to boutique hotel projects, because those boutique hotel projects aren't happening. The Morrison and the Barclay are both owned by its Healthcare Foundation and their Healthy Housing Foundation. The Morrison was illegally gutted by the relevant group team before they had to sell or chose to sell, and then it ended up burning. Still standing. This one, though, it's probably doomed, because anything that you apply for that's got an affordable housing bonus attached to it, City Planning Department is very eager to sign off on that. Why? Well, property taxes are what keep all of these planners in jobs, and that's what they want. So I will leave you with this. These are good houses. There are probably still a few people living here. I hope they get whatever benefits they need in order to be able to find a safe home elsewhere. And there is no reason at all that these gorgeous buildings cannot be moved to Altadena to be homes again, and still for another 115, 20 years. So I'm going to leave you with that, preservation pals. Do not let Linwood fall. Do not let good buildings be destroyed. And don't stand for these phony baloney progressive pro-tenant people who run for office and say they're going to make things right in vulnerable neighborhoods like this one, and not fight at all. I've yet to see Eunices Hernandez fight a goddamn bit for historic housing and the people who live in them. And I don't think we haven't asked her to. Okay, signing off from Linwood with hope. A lot of hope and concerns for that beautiful palm. Nobody ever wants to move a palm. I do, though.